Hello and welcome to another great day here on the Jet Set. Coming up, we've got lots planned for you. Janine Tornatori is back with her top winter travel destinations.
Ooh, I love it. And we're looking back on our favorite travel memories of 2023.
But first, we're talking about trending travel topics on Here's This. All of this and so much more is about to take off right here on the Jet Set.
Welcome aboard. Bobby Laurie and Nikki Noya have your ticket to travel, food, fitness, and everything you need for an on-the-go lifestyle. Grab your boarding pass. It's time to jet set.
Grab a bottle and get ready to toss it because we're rolling into travel talk on Here's This. Okay, Esther Sturris, who works for Dutch airline KLM and regularly uploads travel-related videos to her TikTok account, shared this advice as part of a video on solo travel tips. Now, Nikki, you've traveled solo, so
a lot.
I'm wondering if you did this. She recommends that hotel guests throw a bottle under their bed when they enter their room in order to help check whether or not someone's hiding there. You know, tourists can be targeted by trespassers and intruders, especially when staying on the ground floor in rooms that are easily accessible from the outside. And if you throw the bottle under the bed and it comes out the other side, then you can easily determine that no one's under the bed.
This is a new one that I haven't heard of, but you know, I do love watching the flight attendants show like how they use hangers to lock the doors and like special things that they do. This is one that I have not heard of. So I guess I gotta travel with a bottle with me all the time.
Is it less scary throwing a bottle? So let's say you throw the bottle under the bed and the bed has some sort of like divider in the middle and the bottle doesn't come out the other side. Do you immediately think that someone's hiding under the bed?
Well, also, I feel like most hotel beds now have that kind of like, there is no underneath the bed anymore.
That's true.
So,
Cruise
but
ships have it like that, but.
I guess you gotta do what you gotta do.
I
But,
mean, I do this thing where like, especially from being a flight attendant, where I always check the bathroom first for some reason and like behind the doors.
Yeah.
But I never thought of looking under the bed.
This is a new
Or
one.
throwing a water bottle to make that determination.
Thanks, Esther.
Her video also contains tips on storing toiletries, dry cleaning your clothes, using steam from the shower, and de-steaming the bathroom mirror. Now I have steamed my clothes with the shower.
Yes.
You can cook meat in the showers that I take because it's so hot all the time.
Same.
Now, Ms. Sturris was also in the news in April after sharing her top 10 travel tips, one of which was to leave a shoe in the safe. This way, you will never forget anything from your safe, and you will notice when you want to leave that you're missing a shoe.
Okay, actually, that is a very good tip, especially for someone like me.
Have you left things in a safe?
Not in a safe, but I've definitely left things in the closet. Yes, the COVID
think
at
of, like,
Atlantis. Give me my dress back,
I mean,
please.
these are some good, they're definitely like thoughtful, innovative tips. I never would have thought of like, let me take off a shoe and leave it in the safe.
I think it's a good idea.
But do you even use the safe in your room?
Not really, or maybe I do.
All those hidden jewels that you have.
Do you?
No, I don't think I've ever used it.
No, because usually also when I'm traveling, especially like, you know, I'm not really taking like all of my stuff. All my stuff. And if I am, I'm usually wearing it. Or am I? I don't know. I'm not sure.
All right, other hacks and tips have been less well received. In March, a TikTok user NDA shared a hack he used where he brought 3 fully refundable tickets in the same row and then returned them less than an hour before takeoff, meaning that he got the whole row to himself. So
That's a lot of work.
In a split opinion at the time, many were saying that it wouldn't work due to flights being oversold and overbooked, and that even after you cancel the tickets, there's probably people on a standby list that'll end up filling those seats when you don't check in for it. Well, you could just buy the extra seat and keep it vacant, but this was apparently his way of doing it for free.
I mean, I don't know where he's traveling, but every flight that I have been on, and I've been flying a lot lately, the standby list is crazy.
Yeah, it's packed.
But also, bless him for having all the time to be doing all the last minute buying and returning and everything. I don't have time for that.
No, I mean, but then also you would get an airline credit back. You wouldn't get a full refund unless you paid for fully refundable tickets.
Who's got the time?
Right.
I don't have the time to do that.
I mean, you can barely figure out how to buy one ticket.
No, I just call you.
We'll be right back with more of the Jet Set in just a moment.
Bobby.
Holiday and New Year's Eve entertaining can be tricky. Some guests just want a few nibbles while others may be famished. So how do you make your holiday gathering just right? Well, Chef Jamie Gwen is here with some simple ways to strike that perfect balance.
Chef Jamie Gwen here, Seasons Eatings to you. Here's how you make 50 cocktails for your guests perfectly. The Bartesian Duet is the most compact smart home cocktail maker, and it will be the life of your party. The fully recyclable capsules contain all the real juices, bitters, and extract needed for the perfect balanced cocktail. Simply put in the capsule of the drink you want, select your strength, and press the button, and you get a delicious margarita, whiskey sour, old-fashioned, and more. Available exclusively at Bartesian.com. Save $50 now. And add to the festivities by making these feta, salami, and Pearl's jalapeno stuffed olive tree tarts. Each Pearl's specialty olive is hand-picked and hand-stuffed, and I always use Pearl's specialty olives because I can count on the quality, flavor, and freshness. I love them. Try them, you'll love them, or your money back. Now, when I host a holiday party, I always put out a Mediterranean grazing board, and I always start with a basket of authentic Tofayan pita. Tofayan pita are my pita of choice. They're soft and fluffy and fabulous. They use wholesome ingredients, and they bake each pita using a traditional hearth. I love the Mediterranean theme: olives, hummus, cubed feta, perfect for a holiday grazing party. And for a sweet holiday treat, create holiday memories with Pillsbury baking mixes, frostings, and festive treats. Make the Pillsbury candy cane poke cake with your kiddos using their Moist Supreme white cake mix, chocolate fudge frosting, and lots of candy cane pieces. I love to give a gift of food like a batch of gooey brownies or festive cupcakes using Pillsbury's best. For more recipes and information, visit dailylounge.com. Back to you.
Thanks, Chef. We've got to take a quick break, but we've got lots more of the Jet Set coming up in just 60 seconds. I haven't gotten my invite to your holiday party yet. With the ongoing discussions about sustainable travel, have you made any changes to your travel habits or chosen any destinations to be more eco-conscious? If so, what steps are you taking? Well, grab your snorkel because we're diving into it right now on Here's More. So, Nikki, have you made any changes to travel more sustainably?
Well, I do try to walk as much as possible. And Brad and I got some bikes when we were in France, and that was super fun. And it was a great way to see the city and get a little exercise and not be in cars. So yeah, I'm like forging ahead.
You know what, and the last river cruise that I did, they did have bikes on board for everyone, but we didn't get on board a bike because someone who will remain nameless in the Jet Set family does not ride a bike, doesn't know how to ride a bike.
Learn how to ride a bike.
So
but this is a good reason to learn how to ride a bike.
Yeah, but I mean, I would do that. That would be a great way to see the city. Although I will say, the people that did do the bike tour did say at one point they thought they missed out because it was hard keeping up with the person leading the tour, that they couldn't actually see what they were biking past. And then the next day canceled their bike tour. So if you're gonna take a bike tour to be more eco-conscious, make sure it's a slow bike tour.
Well, Brad and I kind of did our own thing. We did our own tour. But I also like to just get out and do a little walkabout.
Well, people are increasingly adopting sustainable practices to minimize their environmental impact while traveling. And here are some things that they are doing.
I'm ready to learn.
Aside from, riding a bike. Choosing eco-friendly accommodations.
Oh, tell me about it.
Well, there are a lot of hotels out there now that are, specializing in trying to stay green and staying green conscious.
Yes.
There's always that sign in every hotel room that says, if you're going to reuse your towel, hang it up, otherwise put it on the floor. You could be doing that.
Yes.
Supporting local businesses, spending money at those local restaurants, markets, and shops to support the local economy and reduce the carbon footprint associated with large national chains.
You know what? I was just in California, and they did a very good job of, if the patio door was open, then the air conditioning went off. And that they do that in Hawaii too, because to save so much energy. And if you think of all of the millions of towels that are across even just America every day that need to be washed. So put your towel up. You don't need it washed every day.
Now, when you say America, do you mean North America and South America, or do you mean the United States?
This, I'm just talking about United States of America.
I'm just checking.
Yeah.
I'm just checking. So another tip is using public transportation or biking.
I like a good bike ride.
And offsetting your carbon footprint. This is something I've never really understood, and I really should learn more about it. But like when you buy a plane ticket, and it's like, pay this money to offset your carbon footprint. Where does that go?
You know, I'm not really sure and I don't really trust that. And that's a relatively new phenomenon that they're doing. And I've just noticed it on one of the major airlines it's like giving you how much carbon footprint your
Right.
trip
But
is doing.
somehow your money changes it and improves the environment.
Does it though?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Keep
We'll have to
going.
do an Jet Set
Yeah.
in-depth interview.
Yeah.
Also, last tip, packing light. Just travel with less things, Nikki, and the world will be a better place.
Listen, Robert, I flew all the way to California with a carry-on. Me. For Thanksgiving, I only had a carry-on.
That's impressive.
You're welcome, Earth. Over the past few years, ski resorts have absolutely exploded with new investments, and this upcoming season is no exception. Across the U.S. ski scene, dozens of ski resorts are in for major upgrades. Travel expert Janine Tornatore joins us to talk where to go and the new experiences in store at some of the top winter destinations in the country. Janine, welcome back to the show.
Great to be here.
Okay, let's start with where you are today, Aspen, Colorado. What's new this year?
There's so many new things happening here in Aspen this year. Let's start with the big news, which is on the mountain. Aspen is launching a brand new high-speed chairlift and the largest terrain expansion here on the mountain since 1985. The new lift is called Heroes. They actually named it in honor of everyone that made this massive project come to life. It's 150 new acres of skiable terrain, expanding the terrain by 20%. So really big news for those who love skiing this mountain. Now, down here in town, there's some great news on the hotel side of things. I'm coming to you here from one of the amazing balconies at the Little Nell, which is a luxury hotel right here on mountain. They just launched their brand new spa. And I have to tell you, I took a tour of some of these treatment rooms yesterday. They each have their own fireplace. They each have their own spa in the treatment room, or their own spa and their own sauna in the treatment rooms. So really personalized luxury experience there. There's also the new 68-room boutique hotel called Molly Aspen that is opening here this winter. It's understated luxury, cozy lounge, great restaurant, rooftop terrace and pool, just a fun new addition to town there. And look, Aspen is all about sustainability. So when you come and visit Aspen, they ask you to sign the Aspen Pledge, which is promoting responsible travel here as a guest. And for everyone that signs the Aspen Pledge, Aspen donates $18.80 for each person to one of the local nonprofits that's all about keeping Aspen wild.
And you say Keystone is one of the best values for families. Why is that?
Keystone is great for families. It's such a great value because they have their Kids Ski Free program. So if you stay and book 2 or more nights through the resort, your kids 12 and under will ski for free throughout your entire stay. Now, they also have some big news they're announcing this season. They have their new Bergman high-speed chairlift, which will take you to 550 acres of brand new high alpine terrain that you previously had to either be willing to hike or take a snowcat to get to. And it's not all just for experts. There's some great, really mellow, welcoming terrain up there. So that's a fantastic new addition for skiers and snowboarders. And look, I love Keystone because there's so many fantastic family experiences there. Even if you're not a skier, there's tubing, ice skating, sleigh rides. They have the world's largest mountaintop snow fort. So just a lot of fun experiences.
And your final recommendation is a destination where Olympic athletes will be training. Tell us why Copper Mountain is on your list this year.
Yes, Copper Mountain is known as the Athletes Mountain. It's the official training center for the U.S. ski and snowboard team. So you might see some Olympic hopefuls coming down those runs right next to you on the mountain. But look, they're all about helping people elevate their experience and really progress in their ski abilities. They have a really cool indoor facility called Woodward Barn. It's a 19,000 square foot playground that has all these cool training tools. They have skate and scooter and BMX bike zones. They have Olympic grade trampolines here. It's a really fun place, especially if you have teens or tweens to take them to. A lot of fun. Now, their big news on the mountain at Copper is a brand new mid-mountain lodge called Airy. So if you're skiing down the mountain, you like to stop for lunch or cocktails midday or in the afternoon, this is the place you want to go. They have a brand new elevated dining experience here. They have a new signature restaurant in the lodge called Forage and Feast, and 270-degree views, 2 bars. Great new addition to the mountain there.
Where can travelers go for more information?
Well, look, all of these are Colorado resorts, so visit colorado.com to get more on these and so many great winter adventures.
Thank you, Janine.
Always a pleasure.
As 2023 comes to a close, we wanted to take a look back at the year and see if we can remember anything we've done over the past year, because we've actually done a lot to the point that you forget where we've been.
This year has been amazing. It is really hard to remember all the places we've been, but I've definitely had some memorable trips without you.
Yeah, I'm going to say a lot of the trips you did this year were without me.
Okay, that wasn't my fault.
Well, we asked viewers for what questions they have about us and the past year and all the trips we did. So let's dive into question number one.
What do you got?
What was your favorite travel destination or experience of the year and why?
Oh, Iceland, 100%, hands down. I can't wait
I
to
have
go
a question.
back.
Was Iceland actually this year?
That was this year. It was
it
March.
really?
Yes, it was this year,
Wow.
and I can't believe it because my skin has never been more glorious as it was in Iceland. The water there is absolutely incredible. The people in Iceland are also the most gorgeous people on earth. On earth. So yes, my dream finally came true. What about you?
I would say, I guess getting on the new Explorer ship.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Seeing a ship before anyone else, getting on like the maiden voyage for it, and seeing like what the plan is when it grows. Because when we were on it, there's only 100 people.
No way.
And
You
then
had the
when it
entire
left
ship to yourself.
Quebec City, it went all the way down to Miami with another 100 people. So
amazing.
no one really got to experience it yet, but we were on it and it was nice.
We get to do some pretty
do.
cool things.
We
All right,
do.
well, did you discover any hidden gems or off the beaten path destinations that you would recommend to fellow travelers? Oh, this is a good one.
This is a good question.
Ooh.
I don't know. I mean, everywhere we went, I mean, even like when we were just in Germany, like we try to find a local place to eat at rather than, McDonald's.
Yeah.
In doing that, you always find a hidden gem. It might not be hidden to the locals, but it's hidden to those traveling because you're going to look for those name brands.
You know what I think is actually going to be a hidden gem is the trip that we're going on tomorrow to Lafayette in Louisiana. I think that sometimes.
So it's technically traveling this year, but you're going to see it next year.
Okay.
So
What
okay,
else we got?
so next question: How has your approach to travel changed over the past year?
I am way more flexible. It's like I go to the airport knowing and thinking that my flight's going to be canceled, that there's going to be a delay, and I'm kind of just a little bit more flexible and like going with the flow. We talk about it all the time, like, listen, everything is crazy right now, especially with the holidays and just kind of going through it. What about you?
So I'm only going to say this because I can see the next question, so I'm going to blend my answer for both. So
Okay.
the next question is, were there any unexpected challenges during your travels and how did you overcome them? So merging that with merging that with the previous how have you changed?
Yeah.
I would say I have witnessed all of us running through airports one too many times.
Oh, yes. Yep.
So the carry-on bag that I have with me is now lighter. That's how I have changed things to make sure I can run faster to get to the next plane.
Yeah.
But unexpected challenges during travels, immigration's a challenge wherever you go.
Oh, yes.
That's when
that
we
as
overcame
well.
that. I'll just say, here's a good travel tip. Always have the phone number for your country's embassy in the country you are visiting on hand, just in case.
It's been a wild year, hasn't
It's
it?
been crazy.
Oh my God. Okay, let's see what else we have. Did you truly try any unique or local foods that left a lasting impression from your travels this year? I got one. I had fermented shark in Iceland, and it was quite pungent. It was like you take a bite of shark and then you have an awesome shot of something that will singe your eyelashes right off.
Fermented shark.
Yep. I'm adventurous, and when I'm, with the locals, I just go for it.
I don't know if there's anything I tried that was like that. Nothing that's going to top fermented shark. So I'll just move on.
Did you have some poutine in Canada? No,
Oh, I had
Switzerland?
poutine in many different places in Canada. I don't know if you know this, Nikki, but Quebec City is where they invented poutine.
Yeah.
And Quebec City
Next
has
question.
relocated to Switzerland.
Next question.
What travel habits or strategies did you adopt to make the most out of your experiences in different locations? We lately have been relying a lot on Google Maps
Yes.
when we're traveling on our own to find those local places and those reviews. And that has led us to locations that we otherwise would not have gone to.
Oh, off the beaten path. I don't know about strategy. I think I'm just more patient.
Yeah.
And that's hard for me to do because I'm not a patient person, but I think I'm so excited to be out having adventures that if something happens or delayed or missed
You're still
flight,
recovering from the pandemic.
I'm just excited to be there.
You're just happy to be out of the house.
I'm just happy to be out of my house.
All right, and last question, because we're running out of time.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite travel-related book, podcast, or resource that inspired your journeys this year?
You did. You inspired me to travel.
Am I a resource?
Yeah, you are. It's true. And everyone here, I love all of you guys so much, and we have the best
We do.
time. So
We have a lot
I'd
of
say
fun.
us.
And that's why I'm looking forward to this trip to Louisiana as well, because it's the first time in a long time we're the
All
whole
going
team's going
together.
together.
Yeah.
So that'll be a lot of fun.
And our itinerary looks so fun. We're going to eat a lot.
I was like, there's a lot of food.
There's a lot of food and a lot of great music. I think it's going to be great. It just keeps getting better. Well, that's all for our year-end wrap-up. We've loved sharing our adventures with you and look forward to all that 2024 has to bring. But for now, we've got to take one last break, but I've got your dose of travel inspiration still to come. You don't want to miss it. Okay, everybody, it's time again for your daily dose of travel inspiration, Robert. It's on the go, where today we're sending you to discover Holland and Belgium on the Tulips and Windmills itinerary from Viking River Cruises. Strap in, let's go. Admire the genius of the Dutch masters at Amsterdam's Rijksmuseum. Explore Hoorn's seafaring heritage, Arnhem's World War II history, and Antwerp's Renaissance splendor. Got quite sick in Antwerp once. I need a redo. So let's go. Okay. See colorful ribbons of farmland as Dutch tulips come into bloom. Sample Belgian beers and chocolates.
Now you're talking.
Doesn't that just sound wonderful to do right now? Okay, then you're going to step into the Middle Ages in Bruges, where I was born. Rome. In the Middle Ages, I was born.
Oh, I was
Yes.
like, in Bruges.
Rome Keukenhof Gardens, the world's largest floral park. The best time to see the Low Countries is springtime, Robert, and the best way to see them is on our 10-day cruise. So guess what, everybody? This journey is available now with discount airfare from the U.S. and a $100 Visa gift card just for booking by visiting oceanandriversailings.com.
I have a question. When we're not here, are you just like laying in bed at night thinking of different ways to come up with hand gestures to describe the destinations we're visiting on the go?
Well, tonight's stream will be about Belgian beer and chocolates.
I'm all in. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time.
Bye. Thank you.